It's just not putting a brush to the steel. There is so much involved between the rigging, the platforms, the containments on a blast job.
When you pass on a bridge or a structure that you completed and you're in the car with your family, you always end up pointing up and say, that's my job, we did that. You never say I did that, we always say we did that.
A member of 806 is a brotherhood. You work with guys, you have to rely on these men, you have to trust them with your life.
Obviously, infrastructure, which is a big word right now, is important. And the best way to protect infrastructure is to prevent it from failing. And the best way to prevent steel from failing is to prevent it from rusting. Coatings is the first step in preventing infrastructure decay. This job, from the beginning when we put up the decking to the actual removal of the old paint and the new coatings, is a 5-year process. And the painting itself, the coats of paint themselves can last over 15 years. They're rated to last over 20 years.
And it's a lot more money to rebuild one of these bridges nowadays than to go back and paint it. You're in a saltwater environment. They salt the bridges up here in the wintertime because the amount of snow we get, and that destroys the bridges. Once that corrosion happens, if you don't come back, remove it, take it down back to bare metal in this areas, it's just going to keep happening and the bridges are going to deteriorate.
We being part of 806, we are the best. If we didn't properly contain the job, you would have emissions and paint chips and lead dust would fall into the reservoir, the drinking water for the state. Okay, so now we're up on top of the bridge. This is the old paint that we haven't blasted yet. We have to blast this and paint it 3 coats. You know, it's faded, there's pack rust, and it needs repads. This is the finished product, you know, of blasted, painted, primed, intermediate, stripe coat, and finish coat.
I've been with 806 for 25 years now, and they have a great training center, a great group of people that are in the union that take care of us, watch out for us, make sure we're paid right, make sure our benefits are paid. If there are issues, they'll step right in, they'll take care of it.
I've been very fortunate. I came in at a prosperous time and I was able to learn a lot rapidly and embrace everything they do, and I had a steady work. Sometimes I had a large amount of work, sometimes I had a slow years, but I've always seemed to prosper. It's grueling, but it's rewarding. You make a lot of close friends, you create a lot of bonds when you're working up there together, and I enjoy it. I enjoyed most of it.
Our local is not a hiring hall local, you have to find your own work. And that's kind of one good thing too, because you make a name for yourself. It's not like you go to the local and they put you on a job. You go out there and make a name for yourself, and it actually makes better bridge painters when you have to make a name for yourself.
So, you know, it's a hard job, but it's a good job, and it's worth it. Like I said, I've been here for over 25 years. They've been good to me. They're a good union company, and I have a good boss. I have good union reps, and I have good men that I work with.